Hi everyone, Amit here. I hope you're keeping well. We're going to do a class, a relatively short class, I mean maybe half an hour, a bit more, we'll see what happens, with the elastic band. I'm going to try and film a second part to that, so the whole thing together will be an hour or a little bit more. And everyone's elastic band is different, so make sure to use yours in the way that you need it. You want to feel that you're working quite hard, but obviously it shouldn't be too much. You're the judge, you know what to do. Here we go. Just put the elastic band next to you and lie down. Just organize your feet and your whole body really. Just lying on the floor. And we're going to first of all pay attention to what's happening in the head and the neck. So make sure that you're not pressing the chin down and it's not too lifted, but somewhere in between. You have a nice curve in the neck, the cervical spine. And just take a few deep breaths and feel the weight of your tail down, the weight of your feet down, the weight of your head down. And as you focus on the breath, see if you can visualize the breath inflating like a balloon, 360 degrees. Okay, so you want to feel breath going into your back, as well as the sides, as well as the front of the chest, which is really quite challenging. Okay, so let's take a few breaths. Thinking about the breath going 360 degrees. Let's take 3 breaths. One more breath like this. And then let's start with small pelvic tilts. So maybe exhale to tilt the pelvis back. Inhale to release towards neutral. Couple more times. And let's do 3 pelvic curls or bridges, whatever you call it. Make sure you stand on your feet. Open the front of the hips. Make sure the ribs are not thrusting out too much, or at all if you can't. And roll down the spine. Again. Stand on your feet, open the front of the hips, and roll down, ribs first, lower back, and pelvis. Let's do it one more time and add something to this. So we're going to bend the arms like this, and on the breath in, we're going to thrust the ribs up and out. Exhale, draw the ribs back in. Again, inhale, press the elbows down, open the chest, thrust the ribs out, and drop them in, and then roll down all the way. Let's grab the elastic band and hold it this way. Again, take a moment to check what's happening with your chin and your neck. The collarbones are open. And we're just going to start with a simple inhale to rotate out. And exhale to come back. We'll do it just a couple more times. Inhale to rotate out. Exhale to come back. And last one. Now hold it with the right and move only the left as far as you can go. Stay there and do a few little movements. Check that you're not creating tension in your neck. Check what's happening with your chin. You're not compressing down like this. The chin is lifted, the weight at the back of the head is on the mat. And let's do the other side. So the left arm stays where it is and only the right arm moves. And we do a few little pulses right at the end of the range. Sorry if I was not clear about it before. Just a few little pulses at the end of the range and come back. So let's do it one more time. And if you felt that one arm finds it much more difficult than the other arm, then do more repetition on the weaker arm, let's call it. The one that needs it more. So I'm going to do a few more reps on the left. That's the one I need to work on more. And then I'll just do a couple on the right. And come back. Shake the arms a little bit. And then you can either do the same thing again, like the first movement, both arms moving out and in. Or if you want to add challenge, double the strap. And we're doing the same but with way more resistance. Okay, so we'll just do 3 more. Think about your chin and your chest and your collarbones. And take a deep breath in and pull out. You can think about your balloon breathing, the 360 degrees breath into the back and into the front and into the sides. Last one. Keep reorganizing yourself each time. And that's it. It can be quite challenging. So we're going to take the elastic band and put it more or less between the shoulder blades or around the shoulder blades. Hold it towards the end, again it depends on your elastic band, and lie down. And here you want to press the arms out to the sides and feel that you are actually working against some resistance. So we're going to bring the arms up and the elastic band wraps around the ribs, and we'll start by inhaling to open the arms out. Make sure you're not locking the elbows, but you are reaching your knuckles. You're reaching out through your knuckles. And then bring it back. And again, inhale and reach out. Stretch the elastic band out without locking the elbows if you can. And bring it back. And just one more time. Inhale out. And exhale back. And as you inhale, feel that the breath goes into your back and it anchors the elastic band down into the mat. And as you do that, punch the arms up towards the sky. Exhale to release. So as you inhale, the breath anchors the elastic band into the floor. And you're punching up towards the sky, and then release the arms back down. Last one. And from here, open the arms as wide as you can. Press them on the ground and draw the knees to your chest. Hold the legs together. And as you take the legs to the right, punch through the left arm as far as you can. So you're very active with your left arm. Exhale, draw back to center. As you take the legs to the left, punch through the right arm. Exhale, draw back. One more each side. Inhale, legs to the right and punch strongly through the left arm, creating a sense of opposition. And draw back. And last one. Legs to the left, punching to the right, and draw it back to center. Let go of the elastic band, hug your knees with your hands, and as you exhale, just curl forward. Feel the tail coming towards you, feel your feet pressing together, the inner thighs working. Curl yourself forward, and rest yourself back down. One more time. As you lift up, squeeze all the air out of your lungs. Feel the sit bones, the inner thighs, the feet together. And from here, we'll just stretch the arms and the legs and start the hundreds. Please count for yourself. Pause, draw the knees in. We only did about half. Rest your head. Second half, we're going to breathe in and out for longer than 5, okay? So exhale to curl forward, squeeze all the air out. Stretch out. And breathe in for as long as you can. And out for as long as you can. Twice more. And fold your legs in. Rest your head for a moment, maybe roll it from side to side. And then sit yourself up. And I'm going to sit on the front of my mat. It depends. Basically, I want my legs to be able to slide on the floor. So please check that your legs can slide. Maybe you're wearing socks, maybe you have a slippery mat, I don't know. Just make sure your legs can slide. It's not for the roll-up, but it's for the exercise that will come after. So here we go, just rolling up and down, using the elastic band for support. Using the elastic band, make sure you roll the pelvis first. Then the ribs come, then the head goes down. And as you roll up, try not to do this. Try not to bend the elbows to pull yourself forward, but just let the arms stay straight. Then we'll do a couple more like this. Rolling back pelvis, ribs and head. Last one. And now we're going to do a little combination of roll over or variation, let's call it, on the roll over. So I've doubled up the elastic band and I'm going to play between holding it with a fist and long fingers. Okay, see what feels comfortable. We're going to start here, and as we roll down, we're going to draw the legs in and bring them through the elastic band. I'm going to stretch my fingers now, press the arms down, and do a roll over. Just a normal roll over. You can choose whatever variation you want. You can keep the legs together, flex the feet or not, lower the legs or not, open them or not. Do whichever roll over that you like. But here we're going to lift the head, we're going to take the legs through, and we're going to stretch the legs out. And as we do that, we're going to reach the arms back strongly. So I don't mind the shoulders coming up to the ears. Okay, I want the chin lifted, and I want the arms punching up strongly. And then I'm going to fold in the middle and start again. So I'm doing a roll over. And on the way down, I'm going to lift my head, fold, and then slide the leg out, make fists in my hands, and I'm going to punch up really strongly. So I'm looking up, the chin is lifted, the back of the arm is trying to be on the ground, and reach the arms up, shrug the shoulders really high. One more. Punch. And then just roll yourself up and move yourself back on the mat. So your whole body can be on the mat. We're going to take the elastic band and place it around the left foot to start with. And we'll do a few stretches and then leg circles. So lying down. Make sure the right leg is straight, your pelvis is centered. The tendency is for the left pelvis to hike up on the left side, so try to keep the left side down. And let's try to focus on a calf stretch. So we flex the foot really strongly and then draw the leg up towards us without straightening the leg, keeping the knee a little bit bent and finding the stretch in the left calf muscles. You can move in and out of it, do whatever feels good to you, do whatever feels comfortable and that gives you the right kind of stretch. And then push the ball of the foot into the elastic band, draw the leg closer to you, feel a little more of a hamstring stretch. And also, if you can watch how I press the ball of the foot into the elastic band, that's the grip that I'm going to use in the leg circles in a few moments. Okay, but first I'm going to anchor the elbows down and I'm going to reach the leg up and over to the side, across the body, reaching as far as I can, and then I'm going to come back. And again, I reach the leg up, I press it into the elastic band, reaching far out, and come back. And I'm going to do it one time with the foot flexed. You can have both feet flexed. And as I do it, I think about the little toe flexing back as much as I can. That gives me a really good stretch there. I will reorganize myself for a moment. And then we'll do maybe 6 leg circles in each direction. Here we go. So watch again how the ball of the foot is pushing the elastic band out, and do about 6 leg circles in each direction. And then reverse now. I'm going to try and be clear about coming back to center each time. Okay, and then just bring the other foot into the elastic band. Bend the knee, flex the foot strongly, adjust the elastic band as you need, and give yourself a good calf stretch. Okay, again, do whatever you need. Check the alignment of your knee, make sure the knee is not rolling in. Make sure the right side of the pelvis stays down. Do what you need. And then push the ball of the foot into the elastic band and focus a little more on your hamstrings. Feel free to move in and out of it as you need. And now we're going to do the twist a few times, a couple of times with the ball of the foot pushing into the elastic band, stretching it away. And one time with the foot flexed and the little toe pulling back strongly, so I get a good calf and hamstring stretch. And I'm going to push the ball of the foot, the elastic band with the ball of the foot again, and do the leg circles. Again, I'm going to Try and check that I come back to center each time. And reverse now. And then sit yourself up. Again, double the strap, like before. And please watch the screen, watch how I wrap the elastic band around the legs. So I go from the top, around, and then watch the hand, the thumb will be pointing up. So you hold it evenly on both hands. You make the elastic band really tight around the legs, around the lower legs. Okay, and then you find your rolling like a ball position. And as you open the knees away from each other, you're going to feel your feet pressing into each other and the legs having to work a little bit in order to stay away from each other. And that's going to be our position for today. Okay, so curl in. And let's do about 6 of those. Inhale to curl back. And exhale forward. Draw the air in. And squeeze the air out. Feel yourself rolling on a fully inflated ribs. One more. And then we're just going to put the elastic band to the side and do just normal. Single leg stretch, double leg stretch, kind of normal. Okay, so take your position, hold the right knee in, stretch the left leg out, and exhale to swap. And exhale to swap. Couple more slow ones. Let's go a little quicker. And fold your knees in, rest your head down for a second. And as we do the double leg stretch, we're going to use the arms in the way that we did earlier in the roll over variation. So we're going to curl the head forward. And as we stretch the arms and the legs out, we're going to punch the arms as far back and up as we can before we circle and hold. Twice more. And rest for a second. Move your head from side to side if you'd like to. And we'll do the hamstring pull or scissors, whatever you call it. One leg up, one leg down, and swap. Try to keep curling the tail towards you at all times. Couple more. And fold it in, hands behind your head. We're going to do 4 crisscross, right, left, slowly, and then we'll do a few quicker ones. Here we go, to the right. And quicker. Four more. And fold your knees in, rest for a moment, and sit yourself up. Okay, hope you're doing well there. We're taking the elastic band, and we're doing the same shrugs with the arms and the shoulders and the shoulder blades, but in an upright position now. Okay, so we're going to alternate, the same thing with the spine stretch variation. Here we go. We exhale to stretch forward. Inhale to come up. One more time. And come up. Lift the arms up. Make sure the chin is lifted, just like you were doing when you were lying on your back. Arms up. The arms can go all the way back and then return towards the ceiling and feel like the arms are way behind you as you shrug and lower down and shrug and lower down. And one more time. And now it's quite hard work. I'm going to turn with my back to you so you can see it from this angle as well. We're going to do 2 spine stretches. Lift the arms up, take them as far behind you as you can. Lift your chin and then shrug up. 1 and down, like you're punching the ceiling up and down. And last one. And down. I'm going to turn back. And we'll do one more set. You can keep going. You don't have to wait for me if you like. And lift the arms and shrug. It's hard work. Let's put the elastic band away. Come a little forward on the mat and do the open leg walker. Okay, so find your position. And again, see if you can feel like you're drawing the air into your lungs, into the ribs, and you roll on the back of the ribs as they're fully inflated with air. Here we go. Let's do one more. And then pause at the top. And keeping the weight just behind the sit bones, see if you can lift out of your waist and grow taller and taller and taller without tipping the pelvis forward. And then we'll do the whole thing again. 3 or 4 open leg walkers. Rolling on the fully inflated ribs. Obviously talking and doing it doesn't quite work. And then staying at the top, try to stay just behind your sit bones as you grow tall and tall and tall out of your waist. Okay. Let's drop the elastic band again and put it behind like we did earlier, and we're going to do an extension of what we did earlier with the knees side to side. So as you stretch the arms out to the sides, feel that you are working against the elastic band. Draw the knees to your chest, and now we're going to take the legs to the right and punch to the left arm like before. This time we're going to stretch the left leg, keeping the knees together, bring it back to center and bend the knee. To the left, punching through the right arm, stretch the right leg, knees stay together, draw the legs back and bend the knees. This time we're going to add a flexed foot if you can. Stretch the leg, flex the foot if you can, a bit like we did earlier with the elastic band around the foot. Now we're going to stretch the legs out and take both legs from side to side. Remember to punch away with the opposite arm, opposite to the movement. And then we're going to do a little corkscrew, just a little one. And last one. And keeping the elastic band as it is, sit yourself up. And we're going to do the saw. So I'm going to turn to face you, to face the screen. Excuse me. And we're going to keep the elastic band as it is. It might feel a little bit fiddly, but I'm sure you're going to work it out for yourself. You can flex the feet, keep them pointed, do whatever you need. The knees can be bent. That's not so much the emphasis right now. The emphasis is on the opposition between the arms. So as I reach forward, I turn to the left. And as I reach forward, I punch forward to the right arm. And I punch back through the left arm. And I stretch myself forward. Left and turn the other way. And as you come forward towards the right leg, punch forward with the left arm and punch back with the right arm. And you should feel yourself working against the resistance. And if not, just make it a little bit shorter and really feel yourself working. So we turn to the left and forward. Left up and to the right and forward. And one more each side, turn. And up and to the right. And stretch. And bring yourself back to center. Okay, we're going to take the elastic band and stretch it this way, or place it this way on the mat. Make sure it's kind of even on both sides. And when you lie down, you want the lower part of the ribs to be on the elastic band. Okay, so if you're a little pedantic like me, you might want to stretch it, but it might move in a few moments. So here we go. The lower ribs are placed on the elastic band, hands under the forehead. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to move back a little bit. Miscalculation. Here we go. So we're going to place the hands under the forehead. And then we're going to do a small, basic swan. That's all we're doing. Now the elastic band is for the next exercise, but while it's there, you can think about the lower ribs pressing down on the elastic band. Okay, so the lower ribs are pressing the elastic band down as the front of the chest is trying to go forward and up. And slowly bring yourself down. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to lift up. And I'm going to think about the lower ribs pressing the elastic band down as I think about my breastbone going forward and up. And then slowly bring myself down. And now I'm going to reach for the elastic band. And again, you hold it where you need to, making sure that you are working quite hard. Okay, so maybe watch the first one. I'm going to stretch the arms out, and when I do the movement, the thumbs up. You don't actually have to point your thumb up like this. It can be just here, but the arm is going to be externally rotated. Okay, so I'm going to keep the arms down, float the head and the legs just off the ground, rotate the arms externally, and then reach the arms out. So I'm punching outwards, stretching the elastic band, and then lifting the arms towards the ceiling. Maybe 3 to 5 times. Trying not to lift the trunk just to reach the arms out and up, and then rest everything down. So if you were just watching the screen, please join me now. You're going to float the head and the legs just off, turn the arms out, punch away from the body to the side and go up, keeping the ribs on the ground. And down. It's hard work, I know, I'm exhausted. Let's do one more. Float the head and the legs. Punch out. Remember, thumbs up. And rest yourself down. Carefully release the elastic band and place the hands wherever you like them to do one big swan. Just do whatever feels good. Okay, really, you don't have to think about any form. You don't even have to look at the screen. Okay, just do a big swan. Maybe check that your head is not frozen. You can lift it up and down, look to the right and left. Oh, and then release yourself down. Push back on all fours. Give yourself a quick rest position. And then we're nearly there. Just a few more things for today. We're going to take the elastic band. Make sure that it's open, not folded, as best as you can. It's going to feel better. Better. And place it kind of between the shoulder blades. And please watch the screen. We need to hold it this way. This way, so when the hand goes on the floor, it's on the elastic band. Okay, this way the weight is going to keep. So watch what I'm doing. Okay, and then I don't actually have to hold the elastic band. It's being held in place. And let's just do a cat to start with. Okay, so feel yourself lifted away from the ground. And then as you do the cat, think about lifting the front of the body into you and stretching the elastic band as best as you can. And release, and one more. Around your back, from head to tail. Feel your hands pressing into the ground. The elbows maybe not locking, but you're pushing and lifting away from the ground and you're stretching the elastic band. And release, and now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to stretch the legs out. So here we go, round back. And we're going to stretch the legs back. And we are still lifting up, up, up. And then put the knees down. And rest. I know you're probably feeling your hands, your wrist, or your forearms working quite hard. Now we're going to keep sort of a neutral spine, but still don't let yourself sink. So you're still lifting into the elastic band as best as you can, and then you're going to stretch the legs out. And here we have a little surprise. We're going to bend the elbows and slowly go all the way down. So you've lost the tension in the elastic band, and that's good. Take a moment to reorganize your hands. And then charge your legs back with energy. And you're going to float everything just off the floor and then push yourself up into the elastic band. Now, you know it's going to be challenging. Here we go. So if you need to do the next one with your knees bent, I'm not sure how it's going to work, to be honest, but you're welcome to try. Okay, so stretch. Okay, and slowly bring yourself all the way down. Take a moment to rest, organize your shoulders, organize your fingers, and then lift the knees from the ground. Lift everything just a couple of inches up. And push everything up and bring the knees down. If it didn't work today, you can always try again. Here we go. Last exercise for today. You're going to hold the elastic band kind of towards the ends, and you're going to part your knees from the elastic band, and we're going to do a thigh stretch. So again, the thumbs are pointing up, and as we lean back into the thigh stretch, we're pressing the arms up. Make sure not to lock your elbows. Okay, maybe do 3 little pumps, and then bring yourself forward. And again, lean back, and as you lean back, maybe watch the screen once, check that the ribs are not thrusting up and you're not falling back into it, excuse me, but the front of the ribs is quiet in the body, and the stretch is in the front of the thighs. And then pump, 2, 3, and bring yourself forward. Last one for today. Stretch back, reach the arms forward. 2, let's do 5, 3, 4, 5, and come forward and release. And just to finish, because we've worked hands and the fingers so much, let's come into this position here. And that's something they do a lot in yoga classes, which I really like. So you're going to step on your own hand, bend the knees. Again, just make yourself really comfortable. It's not about a hamstring stretch. And then use your toes, your feet, to massage the hands that have been working quite hard for the last, I want to say, nearly 45 minutes. I was planning to do 30 minutes, but I think it took maybe 40 or 45 minutes. So massage your hands, maybe move them out a little bit, massage a slightly different part of the hand. Out to here, I can feel. Okay, and then release the arms out, maybe shake them a little bit. You can stay there for a little while, or just roll up when you're ready. I'm going to sit back down because I'm not sure my head is actually in the picture. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was useful. It feels good in your body. It's meant to be hard work, but it's meant to feel really good. And obviously we use the breath a lot as well today. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can always email me, amit@upod.com, or get in touch in the other way. I hope to see you all soon online and live, and stay well. Bye bye.